took their first loss last night against the LA Mad Drops, Captain Parento and Jade Kawamoto, but until that point had not lost a game. Through the middle, and a break goes, and a nice rally that St. Louis maybe didn't have the advantage of it, and they find their way out of it.
Amazing how Genie is right on that top level.
0-0-1.
That the only chance, I mean, not the only chance, but a big chance is that the shock underestimate Erokhina a little bit. They don't see her often in the PPA tournaments, even though she plays there, but she doesn't go as deep. That could be one key factor here.
Point.
Open spot.
Bright finds it. And she's got a nose for that. St. Louis, as far as the standings go, Martin, they're fighting with the Dallas Flash to get into that first place spot. The one seed is valuable for so many reasons as you look ahead to the playoffs. That in a moment.
Side out.
And then it goes. So St. Louis took their first loss of the season last night in a dream breaker. They still got a point there, but that
0-1-1
puts them behind in points per match to the Dallas Flash. 2.67 for the Shock compared to 2.86 for the Flash. Break going right to the middle again. The target is clear.
Yeah, Genie needs to cover that one, but it's so difficult because it looks like it's going to be
0-1-2.
a short cross-court roll, and then it's a speed up all of a sudden.
Full redemption mode there for Erokhina, and Utah hits the scoreboard.
It's a great crush on Allyce's drive.
1-1-2. Side out.
It's an uncharacteristic mistake. Genie never misses a third drop. She always puts that in.
Especially lately.
Yeah.
1-1-1. Second serve.
You mentioned earlier Anna Bright having a good eye for partners. You know, 2 seasons ago she picked Rachel Rohrbach, who nobody knew back then. They, I don't know, did they win the MLP then?
They
or
did.
They went, okay, and then they were second best team in the world in PPA until they split up.
Yep, nice hands battle there for Fahey and Bright. Back on top by 1.
2-1-2.
Oh, inside the baseline, Anna Bright sneaks another one down the alley.
That shot is very difficult. You come running forward, you need to hit it a bit late in order to get it down the line, otherwise it goes cross-court or into the body of the opponent.
3-1-2.
High skill.
Point.
And the Shock are rolling. Another miss from Utah, 4-1, 2 points ahead of the end change. Here's the point differential, the shocking one for the St. Louis Shock. Plus
4-1-2.
155, Martin. That is impressive. They're not just beating people, they're whooping them. Trickle off the tape,
Side
will
out.
get it done for the side out, and Utah back to work. Here's a look at Utah's point differential for comparison, minus 52.
1-4-1.
So that gives perspective to the plus 155.
Really good spot of the speed up. She sees Erokhina shifting over and then pulls it a little bit more into the body. Determination, huh? In Kate's face.
1-4-2.
Yeah. Fahey,
Side
big
out.
rip to Erokhina, caught in transition. Ball right back to St. Louis. Empty trip for the Black Diamonds.
Diamonds are hustling great, and they're getting many balls back. The defense is good, but the power of the St. Louis shot is just a bit too much right now.
4-1-1. Point.
Right, throttles another. What is it in your mind that makes Anna Bright? Obviously, she knows talent when she sees it, but to me, her intelligence and her pickleball IQ sets her apart in addition to her ability to execute. What is it for you?
Yeah.
5-1-1.
Obviously, she possesses all shots possible. Biggest thing for me is disguising where she's going to. Even that last speed up where she got Allyce a little bit behind the body. It looks like she's going hard cross court,
Timeout.
and she
Change
holds
hands.
it.
Position, you get to potentially avoid New Jersey Fives
Point.
when it comes to the Final Four, if that is how it shakes out come season end.
Looks like
the
that's
key
going to
there.
be the final again.
I think so. That was
7-1-1.
what I put my money on.
Point.
Nice. Anna Bright just taking over, full speed ahead down the line on
Timeout
Erokhina.
Utah. 8-1-1.
Timeout taken.
Yeah.
Tied in.
Why not?
8-1-1.
Why not? That was 2 or 3 set points, right?
Point.
Ball again, Anna Bright disguising that shot 3 times in a row, 3 different locations.
9-1-1. Second serve.
Stuck with the footwork.
Kate Fahey, who is taking
9-1-2.
training very seriously over in North Carolina, relocated from New York City. Dedicate her full-time commitment to the sport. Somehow gets back into the rally, was pushed well wide by Erokhina, trying to create an opening. She did, but yet Anna Bright still perseveres. Game point for the St. Louis Shock.
10-1-2.
Ooh, grabbed
Point.
the paddle of Kate Fahey on its way out.
Thank you.
Difference maker so far is St. Louis
Side
shot
out.
are just a bit harder hitters. The defense is good of all 4 players, and they're very solid. But once the St. Louis Shocks are
1-10-1.
in charge, they just have a 20% more firepower behind their balls.
Just wide
Second
for
serve.
Erokhina.
One 10-2. Side out.
Waxed it too high, and Kate Fahey takes full advantage. Game point. Number 2.
10-1-1. Point. Game. 11-1.
Left it, and St. Louis takes it 11-1.
Game 2
That's
time
my
in.
feeling.
0-0-2.
And Tyler will try to take Ernie's left and right.
Side out.
But it's tough to stop the
0-0-1.
quick play of Patriquin and Tardio. Great defense.
Point.
Patriquin covers to the middle. Well played.
Makes it look so easy.
It does.
Now,
1-0-1.
technical-wise, the pedal stayed in front. And he just flicked the wrist quickly. There's no big backswing.
Second serve. 1-0-2. Point.
Now I just met Gabe in the doctor's office. He was complaining that his knees are a little bit tight. He moves well. Obviously, he has the knees taped. I wonder if they're going to play a little role here, but so far it looks smooth.
Too young to have knee issues.
Maybe he's growing.
Yeah, that's true. Could be.
Point.
Nice spot for Tardio. Goes right to the body of Connor Garnett, who's going to get that paddle out in front
3-0-2.
quick enough.
Side out. Zero, 3-1.
Oh, yeah.
Point.
There they are, the Utah Black Diamonds. The scoreboard. They got pickled
1-3-1.
in men's doubles yesterday against Will Howells and Zane Navratil, and won both their mixed doubles games. That's a big rallying points for the Utah Black Diamonds.
2-3-1. Second serve.
He left that very confident. Looks like that's Gabe's tactic. Pull it early on the backhand side of Connor Garnett.
2-3-2.
Loong on the attack now.
Point.
We're tied up at 3.
3-3-2. Point.
Too heavy on the return, and just like that, Utah steals a 1-point lead.
4-3-2. Side out. Three, 4-1.
There we are.
Second
Ernie.
serve.
He promised it, and Tyler Loong delivered. Take
3-4-2.
another look. Dangling opportunity. The backhand side, too. Heavy angle. What a play.
It's not easy to jump in Ernie when the ball comes from cross court.
Side out.
Ball is wide, and Utah back to work.
4-3-1. Second serve. Four, 3-2.
Oh, what a shot. Big H burns Tyler Loong down the line.
It's
Wow.
not always about the power, right? That was so precise.
3-4-1.
Kept it right on the line.
Second serve.
Garnett dishes it right back down the line at Gabe Tardio. Got a read on the backhand ball that
3-4-2.
time for Garnett. 3-4-2 for the shock.
Point.
That time, different spot on the forehand angle. Tie game continues. 4 apiece.
4-4-2. Point.
Slew of errors for Utah puts St. Louis back on top
5-4-2.
and in a position to hit the end change with a 2-point lead.
This is so good.
Side out.
He holds it so long.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Almost defended by Tardio. Ball back to Utah.
4-5-1.
Ooh, Tyler Loong
Second serve.
wanted it goes line on Patriquin, and a little too much at the baseline follow-up touch.
4-5-2.
Again, Hayden Patriquin, his twitch speed is unmatched.
So quick.
5-4-1.
What a defense.
Ooh, look out.
Second serve.
Loong gets out of the way. Which is a bullet. Second serve now for St. Louis.
Five, 4-2. Point. Timeout, change ends.
Tyler should have taken it.
Time
One
in.
in a dream breaker
6-4-2.
yesterday to the Mad Drops. A full slate ahead. Nice.
Side
Garnett
out.
rallies for the side out. But yeah, St. Louis has Utah here today. Then tonight they have Carolina, Chicago. Tomorrow,
4-6-1.
SoCal Hard Eights on their schedule, and then the Texas Rangers Sunday morning.
Second serve.
As for Utah, they've got St. Louis here and Texas Rangers. A couple of matches from
4-6-2.
now. That'll be a big one. Carolina tomorrow and Chicago to close it out on Sunday.
Wow,
Side
that's a
out.
good slice thing.
Six, 4-1. Second serve.
Huh, no bounce. It did not come.
Yeah.
He pulls the trigger, but the ball was not.
6-4-2.
Once you commit, you can't slow down anymore.
Points.
It's battle won by the Shock. Back on the board. On top by 3.
7-4-2. Point.
And now they start overplaying.
Timeout, Utah.
I don't-
Selected.
Time in.
Right, Hayden Patriquin.
8-4-2.
in that closing spot.
Side out.
And he pulls it down the line.
Yeah, you're right. Crucial side out there for Utah. To work, need a point.
4-8-1.
Couple of empty trips to the line. Deep serve from Loong.
Second serve.
Opened up the middle a little bit. Tardio was there and pushed it wide. Second serve now. Connor Garnett.
4-8-2.
Wow, how did he
Side
recover
out.
that one?
I don't know.
That drop was way too high, but then he clutches that one back.
No points for Utah. St.
8-4-1.
Louis needs 3 to take game 2. Out
Second
but
serve.
barely.
Did long.
Confirmed by the bench of the Shock.
8-4-2.
Garnett had Gabe Tardio had it not hit the tape. Gave him a second of more time, which was all he needed to recover.
9-4-2.
9-4-2 St. Louis. TP, and Patriquin earns game point for the St. Louis Shock.
10-4-2. Side out.
Still alive, but hanging on by a thread. Been stuck on 4 since the end change.
4-10-1.
Interesting.
Second serve.
Some serve variation there from Tyler Loong.
I think
what's the thought process there?
Honestly, I don't know. I always go for my serves.
4-10-2.
But Connor lollipopped one in earlier, and I think Gabe missed the return. So maybe they were hoping for another return mistake.
Well, Loong has talked about that, where he thinks variation is more important than going after the serve every time, just in his opinion. I know that there are varying thought processes behind that. Game point number 2 for St. Louis. Uh-oh, and an early finish for Hayden Patriquin. That's one way to walk it off, and there's St. Louis.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Pickleballers. Major League Pickleball is coming to San Clemente June 26th to the 29th. You do not want to miss it. Get your tickets at majorleaguepickleball.co.
It was this team that turned the tide.
0-0-2.
Against the Fives. Yeah, they took out Will Howells and Annalie Waters. A massive mixed doubles win. That gives you confidence. So Connor Garnett starting out right away in game 3 with the first point on the board.
1-0-2.
Tardio snaps it down for the side out. It's interesting to hear the inside perspective on what goes into the content creation, especially for the teams that have the ownership groups that are very bought into the sport and the concept of team pickleball.
These days, everything is social media,
yeah.
Right? Like, it's so important.
0-1-2. Point.
It's closed for Gabe Tardio. St. Louis matches the scoreboard. 1 apiece.
1-1-2. Point.
I like that Connor's trying to take over so much, but I think his shot selection needs to be a tiny bit calmer.
Okay.
Like, he moves super well. Like,
2-1-2.
obviously, he's a great single player. But I think he needs to go a little bit more behind Gabe to get him out of the... Like, this one is just one too much. He's scrambling back, right? It's a fine line in mixed for the guys, at least. And Allyce is such a solid player. Give her 1 or 2 balls.
1-2-1.
You see?
Point.
Yep.
Allyce.
Yeah, she can. And we saw it last night against Waters and Howells. Now, I don't think it was the best game that Annalie and Will have ever played in their lives. I think they would admit that. But Connor Garnett and Allyce Jones were solid. Won that game. Loong and Erokhina won the next mixed doubles game, and it went to a dream breaker, which Utah dominated the Fives.
I could not believe that. I watched it on TV. I didn't see it live here. I could not believe how that dream breaker went. But that's pickleball.
2-2-2. Point.
she picks the fight and wins it.
Four, 2-2.
Climbs ahead. His brothers are in the house, by the way. The Tardio fam present with us here in Holly Hill.
It's not too
2,
far
4,
for
1.
2-3 hours driving.
Just up the coast. Same for you on the other side.
On the other side, yeah.
Point.
And another one. St. Louis jumping back in and a chance to tie it at 3-4-2.
3-4-1. Second serve. Three, 4-2.
Oh, what a shot from Fahey. Oh, man.
Side out.
What a track down by Allyce Jones. Didn't think that one was going to count for anything, and Tardio whiffs it. Top of his paddle. The Mighty Mouse shines again. Allyce Jones.
Amazing legs.
By the
In
way,
general, give her credit
4-3-1.
for that fit body, huh? Mom of 3. She spent some time in the gym for sure. Wow, great.
Sneaky play from Connor Garnett. Splits the middle.
5-3-1.
Utah hanging on, trying to make this thing a match, which they did last night. Beautiful counter, burns Connor Garnett, to your point earlier.
If he goes in like that, you gotta pull it through the middle or at Gabe, otherwise he exposes himself there.
Side out.
I love the facial expressions of Kate Fahey after she hits a winner.
Now, people who don't know her off the court could really get an impression she's not a nice girl, but she's one of the
nicest people.
sweetest girls. It's amazing how feisty, how almost mean she can look sometimes on the court. And she pulls crazy stuff right when she hits her head with the paddle. But she's so sweet off the court.
3-5-1.
Waters talks about that too. She said, I become a different person on the court. The competitive energy takes over. You just have to have that other level.
You gotta have a killer instinct on any top level, whatever sport. You gotta be a killer.
Points.
Spot for Fahey, trickles one to the feet of Allyce Jones, cross courts. St. Louis in tying position once again.
4-5-1.
4-5-1.
Good techniques. You see now he crushes the same way, but now he pulls it down the lines. Then it's easier for him to cover the court again.
Four, 5-2. Point.
From Tardio, cross court, catches Connor out of position.
Five, 5-2.
Ooh,
Side out.
almost got it, and goes again, cross court, cranks it over to Fahey. do understand the intention there, too, to keep it away
5-5-1.
from Tardio, who's quite dangerous in mixed, especially.
Point.
Great
Timeout change
defense of
ends.
Allyce.
6-5-1.
Yeah.
Time in. 6-5-1. Second serve. Six, 5-2.
Wow.
What a point.
Nice. Oh.
Side out.
They never give up, do they? Love the defense there, but St. Louis recovers, gets the ball back on their side.
Five, 6-1. Point.
Down the line, and Allyce Jones felt like she had that one.
Six, 6-1. Second serve.
I think there was a slight hesitation. She wanted to go
6-6-2.
cross court and then second thought to the middle.
Wow, Gabe Tardio doing a dance on center court. Wow, have to play that one back. Unbelievable stuff from the young
Connor's
teenager.
cross court dink was really good.
Yeah,
7-6-2.
here it is.
Look at the half
Yeah.
volley off the unbelievable.
Point.
Great defense of Kate. I thought Connor had her there.
Timeout, Utah. 8-6-2.
Got on top.
Time in.
We even got some time with the
8-6-2.
Carolina Hawks in Columbus. Fahey back to serve, looking to continue the three-point run. Shifty
Side
play
out.
from Connor Garnett. Scooches wide, hits it line, down the line on Fahey.
He sets it up with
6-8-1.
So quick. Oh,
Point.
Fahey goes cross and Jones beats Gabe Tardio down the line. Love it.
What an exciting point.
7-8-1. Point.
Follow-up mistake.
Timeout, St. Louis. 8-8-1.
I'm living on the
Time
wrong
in.
side.
Yeah.
I need to move over
8-8-1.
here.
Here's that way. Go hang out with the teenagers.
I don't know if they want to hang with an old man. Connor's footwork is just so good.
Oh,
Second serve.
almost had
Such a good
it.
play.
Are you maintaining
Yeah.
your out call?
But you're going to challenge it
Referee
anyways.
timeout. We have
Worth
a challenge of the out call. The out call puts
Love
us
the
at
demeanor of Connor
8-8-2.
Garnett.
After video review, the out call stands. Utah loses one free video challenge. You have 2 remaining. St. Louis, you have 3 free video challenges remaining. We resume play at 8-8-2.
Yeah, they too. I mean, game is in their hands here.
Time in. 8-8-2. Side out.
And a big point missed for the Black Diamonds. We'll see where St. Louis takes it from here. A chance to clinch this match in regulation if they get a win in this mixed doubles game. Yeah, it does. We'll see how costly it is at 8-8.
8-8-1.
Garnett makes up for it. What a play. Tui Nation shows up.
(8-8-2).
Oh, he misses a second.
Point.
Does he feel the scoreline? This guy is so solid with his double hander.
9-8-2.
There it is.
Queen of that. From Tardio.
It's a reset on the run backwards. Amazing.
Yeah.
Another reset.
Oh my.
No way.
What a get. Oh, just back.
Side out.
Point of the match. That was epic.
I have to clap.
Wow.
Unbelievable point.
Starting with the lob track down. Perfect reset from Gabe Tardio cross court. What a lob from Allyce. A defensive snag from Connor
8-9-1.
Garnett. Gets involved in the middle. Pulls it when he needed to. Gets the job done. Avoids game point.
Second serve.
Takes advantage of a high reset opportunity. Here's where Utah needs to cash in. Look out for the
8-9-2.
third, where it goes.
He won't miss it again if he gets a backhand. Tiny miscommunication.
Oh, man.
Side out.
They had it. And Gabe Tardio looks relieved to get the ball back. Utah just...
Look at that one. I think if he birdies, if he doesn't stop his momentum, if he just shifts out, I think he makes a better contact. But what a point again.
9-8-1.
World-class defensive team over there in the Utah Black Diamonds. Coming in a gutsy pull by Fahey. Attacks Connor Garnett off the bounce. He just didn't know where. Another look. Stays patient in the dink rally. Big pull.
From the high angle we have here right now, you see it way better than when you're on the court. Like that last camera angle was lower player level. It's not easy to see.
Oh,
Okay.
Fahey. Counter for the win. St. Louis grabs the third. 11-8, a well-fought battle, though, for the Utah Black Diamonds.
Game 4, time in.
Just take the
0-0-2.
fight, try to get one win under your belt. You know, every win or every close score against a top team, that still gives you confidence. So they're going to dig deep.
Side out. Zero, 0-1.
Just wide.
We had now call. We had now call.
Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah.
Second serve. Referee timeout.
I thought it was
challenge
wide.
of the out call.
It definitely
the
looked
out call
wide.
puts us at 0-0-2. We'll now proceed with video review.
Is the difference
After
between...
video review, the out call stands. St. Louis loses one free video challenge. You have 2 remaining. Utah has 2 free video challenges remaining. Resume play at 0-0-2.
Not like Texas is a great option, but I would think it's a better option than the New Jersey Fives, especially in a playoff situation. If you're that one seed that gets to pick your matchup to get to the final.
Side out.
Quick hold for the Black Diamonds, looking to avoid the sweep.
0-0-1. Second serve.
Too much firepower, Patrick. Plus he's placing a very
0-0-2.
It's right on the shoelace.
Point.
Utah hits the scoreboard first. Erokhina staying in the
1-0-2.
fight with Patriquin.
Side out.
Good crush. I like it.
Zero, 1-1.
Wow. What a gift from
We've seen
Erokhina.
that yesterday as well. She
Yeah.
gets so
Oh no.
Did you see that
Point.
bounce?
And that's the one that drops. Man, after 2 great gets, the one that goes right to the forehand of Erokhina falls through.
1-1-1.
What happened?
I think it was a weird bounce there.
Nice scramble from Loong.
I didn't see it.
I don't know if she maybe thought Tyler was
Point.
going to crash back and take the forehand in the middle or what.
Two, 1-1. Point.
Straight to the face. And there's the apology.
3-1-1.
She knew it was a little high.
Point.
I think, you know what, I heard it yesterday in the commentary as well. The Genie backs up. I think Dave Fleming said it. She's backing up, backing up, backing
4-1-1.
up. I think she's backing up a bit too much. She should trust her hands. They're so calm in the resets. There we go.
Second serve.
1 step back is enough, but she backs up 2, 3 steps, and then you're just in no man's land. You have no more chance to
4-1-2.
recover it. Easier said than done. Oh,
Point.
he's sitting on that backhand is just amazing. Pedal in front, just slaps it down.
5-1-2.
Bum bum.
Point. Timeout change, yes.
Fire
6-1-2.
right now.
He blew a
6-1-2.
shock. It's been the Hayden Patriquin show so far.
He makes it look so easy.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Point. Seven, 1-2. Side out.
Just a little step to that ball. I was hoping it gets a little deeper.
1-7-1. Second serve. One, 7-2.
Man, it's just so
Side out.
The key is to not have a big backswing. It looks like he's hitting, obviously he's hitting hard, but he's just taking that pedal next to the body, not behind the body. So the contact point
7-1-1.
stays very clean.
Second serve. Seven, 1-2. Point.
Such a good ball.
And on the right. 8-1-2. Side out. One 8-1. Second serve.
The Shock are just playing so good. I honestly, right now, I don't see. Like, if I had to coach the Diamonds, I wouldn't know what to say.
Yeah.
Really, the Shocks are playing too good.
Steve, well, you might be in a position to coach Carolina, your wife, coming up next. Which, by the way, do you interact at all, like, during the match?
Try not to.
No,
I try not
Do you ever give your 2 cents? Well, they have the Texas Ranchers coming up, and that's a tough women's doubles team.
Which is my favorite team, right?
Yeah.
I encourage her. I try to motivate her. I never push her. And honestly, I don't know if she would even listen.
8-2-1. Point.
Spot for Anna Bright. Her ability to just embody every single role
9-2-1.
that's required of her. Whether it be left in women's, right in women's, right in men's, mixed.
Second serve.
Interesting thing also with Hayden.
9-2-2.
When he's leading, when he's playing well, his game is so fast. Like, he takes the ball, he serves right away. Like now, next serve right away. I played him and Fed once, and they're just playing so quick, so quick, so quick.
10-2-2.
Oh, just out of reach for Anna Bright on the Ernie attempt at
Nice
game
intent.
point. Ball back to the Black Diamonds.
Two 10-1. Point. Three 10-1. Point.
All right. Are we seeing a tiny comeback?
Let's see.
4-10-1.
Points to dictate that.
Second serve.
Little man, big power. I always ask him, how do you hit so fast? It's like my wrist is loose.
4-10-2. Point. Are you maintaining your out call? Are you maintaining your out call, Utah?
Nobody wants to answer.
Thank you. After a video review, the out call is overturned. The ball was in. Utah loses a free video challenge. You have one free video challenge remaining.
And Genie calls
St. Louis has 2 free video challenges remaining. We'll resume play at side out. 10-4-1.
Tina and me used to teach tennis next to each other.
10-4-1.
We started playing with each other, all of us. And then Tina advanced. So she, I don't want to say dropped us. She had to move on. And then, I mean, she got really good partners, right?
Point, game, match,
Drop
11-4.
and St. Louis takes the fourth, as they did in the others. MLP Daytona Beach rolls on here in day 2, and the St. Louis Shock went back to work. A clean sweep over the Utah Black Diamonds. And Anna Bright and Gabe Tardio joining us now to talk about it. Gabe Tardio, I know it's not too far from where either of you live, but you got your family in the house here today. How good does it feel to get this job done in front of your friends and fam?
Yeah, no, it feels great. My 2 brothers, they're probably my biggest fans, and they were here cheering for me. My mom, unfortunately, she couldn't come. But I think she's planning to coming on Saturday or Sunday. So, yeah, I mean, it's it's super nice. You know, they watch me on TV all the time, so it's nice that once in a while they can come watch me live.
And Anna, I know after last night's loss, your first loss of the year, how good did it feel to get back in the winning category here today against Utah?
Definitely felt good. All credit to the Mad Drops. You know, they played great yesterday. I think that we had some things to improve upon today, and it feels really good to come right out the gate, not long after that loss, and kind of do it and kind of right off the ship in our mind. There's a lot of matches left this week, and hopefully we can keep it going.
And you've got another match here later today at 4:15 against the Carolina Hogs, Anna. So what's the next few hours look like for you guys? Do you go your separate ways? Do you stay as a team? Do you keep an eye on the time, watch? What is it looking like?
You know, definitely, you know, gonna go back and shower, so we won't be staying together for all of that. But then, yeah, definitely get some lunch. We'll kind of game plan out the next match and our strategy kind of match by match and get ready to, you know, it's a pretty quick turnaround and get ready to go.
Gabe, what about for you? How do you focus for 2 matches in one day with a pretty big gap in between?
I just do whatever Anna tells me to do, basically. I just listen.
Fair point. And how are your knees doing, Gabe? Because you seem to be a little bit sore there.
Yeah, I've been having some problems with my knees, but Dr. C's been taking care of me, and yeah, hopefully, you know, I've been taking some Advils as well, so hopefully
he's growing.
That'll get me through it.
We were wondering if it was growing pains.
Yeah,
literally.
Is
it really?
I think
oh
it is.
Boy.
Yeah.
That's a scary thought for the rest of us. Well, guys, congratulations on a big win here today on center. We'll see you back out at 4:15 later on this evening.